I think was very inappropriate in the launching of his meme coin, the Trump coin, which came out on Friday evening. Just as inappropriate, the Melania coin, which I think came out the following day. Was it Saturday or Sunday? I forget. But over the weekend, both these coins came out. And I really think it is shameless. I think it diminishes the office of the president for Donald Trump to be profiting in this way off of his presidential win, right? Which is, just purely promoting gambling. A lot of people are going to lose money in these coins. Some people have already made a tremendous amount of money. The people that got in really early, that were prepared for it and knew about it, bought them and flipped them and made millions and millions of dollars.
In today's news recap, gold climbs to 11-week peak as dollar falls on signs of gradual Trump tariffs. Gold prices climbed to their highest level in nearly 11 weeks on Tuesday as the U.S. dollar slumped following President Donald Trump's inauguration, and investors sought the safe haven metal to hedge against uncertainty sparked by his tariff plans. Spot gold climbed 0.7% to $2,725 per ounce band, hit its highest since November 6th, not far from an all-time high of $2,790 scaled in October. Gold stocks in COMEX-approved warehouses had jumped by 1/3 in the past 6 weeks as market players sought deliveries to hedge against Trump tariffs. After weeks of global speculation over which duties Trump would impose on his first day in office, news that Trump would take more time on tariffs sparked relief in global stock markets, but pressured the U.S. dollar. There is a sense of relief in risk sentiment to know that tariffs have not been an immediate focus. The unwinding of bets on imminent trade tensions is most evident in the U.S. dollar. IG market strategist Yap Jun Rong said. The mixed dynamics do see gold prices holding up for now, and we may expect gold to remain an attractive hedge instrument. The $2,720 level will be an immediate resistance to watch. Trump, however, said he was thinking of imposing 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico from February 1st. Before we show you more clips, smash the subscribe button and check out our huge discount on NordVPN, the fastest and most reliable VPN on the market. This VPN service is a perfect fit for smart stackers who want their privacy protected and don't want their data compromised by prying eyes. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, secure your internet access and get 3 free months with our promo. Believe me, the only problem you'll ever have is that you didn't get it 6 months ago. Let's get back into the episode.
In the first term, people were upset. Hey, Donald Trump, you have the emoluments provision of the Constitution. The president's not supposed to receive, compensation. And there was, problems about, well, he's got a hotel and people might stay in his hotel as some kind of quid pro quo. And it's not, he shouldn't collect, the hotel revenue while he's president. I mean, this dwarfs that. If you look at the value of this Trump meme coin, as of now, I'm recording this, it's at $47, which gives it a market cap of about $45 billion. That's the fully diluted, assuming that all the tokens are issued. And they're all, they all released over a 3-year time period. So over 3 years, they're all going to be out there. But even the ones that are already in the float, they've got a market cap of $9 billion. But $45 billion for what? For nothing. I mean, the company's worth more than Newmont Mining, which is the world's biggest gold mining company. And in fact, I think Sunday evening, when it peaked out at about $75, it was worth more than 150% of the market cap of the world's largest gold mining company. I mean, it was worth a lot more than DJT, which is the Donald Trump stock, which at least is a business. I mean, it doesn't make any money, barely has any revenue, But the meme coin has no revenue, doesn't even have the possibility of having a revenue. But I don't like the fact that the Trump family is cashing in like this. And in fact, this opens up the opportunity when Donald Trump and his family members own all these coins. I mean, it really opens up a way for people to curry favor or bribe Trump. All you have to do is buy his coins from him. When Biden, was president or vice president, and people wanted to bribe him, it was a lot more complicated. I mean, they had to run all the bribes through all these shell companies, and each shell company was owned, by another Biden family member. It was a very complicated process to bribe, Biden. But, bribing Donald Trump, I'm joking, but I mean, Donald Trump promised to make government more efficient. Well, it's certainly a lot more efficient to bribe him. All you have to do is buy the token or buy the Melania token. If you look at the description, you go to the page, and Donald Trump's Twitter page or X page was constantly promoting this, right? And he was promoting it, of course, on Truth Social and all over the place, getting people to want to buy this coin, right? Which is, just purely promoting gambling. A lot of people are going to lose money in these coins. Some people have already made a tremendous amount of money. The people that got in really early, that were like prepared for it and knew about it, bought them and flipped them and made millions and millions of dollars. But whatever money is made, certain people equals the money that's lost by a lot of other people. The people that voted for Trump, the people that Donald Trump supposedly cares about, a lot of them are going to lose money. But here, look at what it says on, this is the gettrumpmemes.com, right? Trump memes are intended to function as an expression of support for and engagement with the ideals and beliefs embodied by the symbol $Trump and the associated artwork, and are not intended to be or to be the subject of an investment opportunity, investment contract, or security of any type. BS. That's exactly what they are. I mean, why else would anybody buy these things? I mean, it's not like, a Trump hat or a T-shirt or some kind of, memorabilia. I mean, what do you got when you buy one of these? You get nothing, right? I mean, on his X post, this is what he put out on January 17th. My new official meme is here! Exclamation point. It's time to celebrate everything we stand for. Winning, join my special Trump community. Special? What's special about this? Anybody can buy it. What's so special about a meme coin that any idiot can buy, right? But join my special community. Get your Trump now. Go to gettrumpmemes.com. This is shameless promotion. He ends it by saying, have fun, exclamation point. What do you mean have fun? I mean, the only way you have fun buying a Trump meme coin is if you make money. I mean, I can't imagine it's fun. I mean, I didn't buy any, so I don't know how enjoyable the whole process is of going to your wallet. Now, I remember I clicked on it. You could buy it with a credit card. You could buy it with crypto. I mean, it doesn't look like, that fun to go through this process. What's fun is making money, right? What people think is fun is buying it and then selling it at a higher price. That's what's fun, right? What's not fun is losing money in the coin, but it's all about gambling. This is massive mania, right, on steroids now. And Donald Trump is contributing, as the president of the United States, exploiting his name and the fact that he just won this election, taking the opportunity to basically sell this crap to the public, with the presidential seal of approval. And now he gets his wife in on it. I don't know if Barron Trump's going to launch one, and Trump Jr. and Eric and, Ivanka and Tiffany and everybody. Are they all going to come out with their own, tokens that people are supposed to gamble with? So I was embarrassed, for the country that this is going on. Why aren't they the same as Bitcoin? Why aren't they better than Bitcoin? They're on the Solana network, not the Ethereum network, which caused Solana to pop because they chose Solana, but they chose Solana because it's a lot cheaper and faster than Ethereum. Well, it's same thing with Bitcoin, right? The Solana is better than the Bitcoin blockchain from that respect. So why is Bitcoin any more valuable than Trump coin or Melania coin? They're not. I mean, Bitcoin's a meme coin. It's the same. What's the meme? What's the Bitcoin meme? Well, it's digital gold. Yeah, that's the meme. It's not actually digital gold. It's got nothing in common with gold. It's not a precious metal. It's nothing. It's all about perception. But we're fueling this now. We're fueling this bubble. It was fart coin and Haktua girl coin or all this nonsense. How can anybody look at this and not understand what it is?
In today's news recap, silver to beat gold in 2025, Saxo Bank's Hansen. Diversified commodity exposure should continue to perform well in 2025 as a hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. Specifically, gold and silver are expected to outperform the sector. Despite the bullish outlook in his 2025 forecast, Ole Hansen, head of commodity strategy at Saxo Bank, recommended that investors be discerning as they build a commodity basket within their portfolios. Gold and silver remain two of his top picks after their historic runs in 2024. Hansen said he forecasts gold prices to rise to $2,900 an ounce this year, representing a gain of 7% from current levels. However, Hansen sees even more potential in silver, projecting prices to reach $38 an ounce, a gain of nearly 30% from current levels. He added that his outlook is skewed to the upside. Looking at gold, Hansen noted that the precious metal will remain an important safe haven asset through 2025. The demand for investment metals has been fueled by an increasingly uncertain geopolitical landscape where global tensions and economic shifts have led investors to seek safer assets, a development that shows no signs of fading anytime soon, he said. Additionally, concerns about mounting global debt, particularly in the United States, have prompted investors to hedge against economic instability by turning to precious metals. However, he added that investors will need to be patient as the Federal Reserve shortens its easing cycle. Currently, markets are pricing in only one rate cut this year, a sharp contrast to expectations from a few months ago. The U.S. central bank's hawkish stance could support the U.S. dollar, creating some volatility in the precious metals market. Now we'll show you the best clips of the latest interview, but first, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And more importantly, let's celebrate democracy's recent victory in America. We're running a 30% off sale at goldsilvermerch.com until the end of the month. We've just introduced price point t-shirts and new designs, so this is the perfect time to get your gear and support the local economy as well. Use the code PRESIDENT at checkout to claim your discount. Enjoy the episode.
First of all, Trump talked about now we are in a golden age of America, a new golden age. It begins right now. Why? I mean, how is it a golden age? Because Trump is president? He was president, from 2016 to 2020. Was that the golden age? I mean, it's the same guy, right? But, when you talk about the golden age, I guess it harkens, memories, not memories, but, back to the Gilded Age, which I think Mark Twain came up with that term, Gilded Age. And it was, he wasn't calling it a golden age because he looked at it as more of superficial, the prosperity, because, when you have gilded gold, it's gold on the top, right? But it's like wood beneath it, right? You look at all the palaces in France, when they're all gold, Versailles, yeah, it's gilded wood, right? It's not solid gold. They put gold on the outside. And so the idea is like, hey, we have, these robber barons, the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, right? These guys are really rich, but then you have all these poor people. So it's really not a golden age. It's a gilded age because it's not solid like gold, which I think, that's not really a good characterization of the period because, yes, there were some very rich people in the Gilded Age of capitalism. I would call it the Golden Age. And there were people who were poor. And so what I think Mark Twain was looking at and other people is they looked at the difference. Here's some really, really rich people and here's some poor people. Now, apart from the fact that wealth inequality is greater now, the divide between the wealth of the top 1% and everybody else is much greater now than it was during the Gilded Age. So forget about that. But what people often overlooked at the time was the poor people in 1880, 1890, 1900 who were working in factories. Even though they were poor relative to the owners of those factories, they were less poor than they were when they still worked on farms. See, the people who went from the farms to the factories, they did it because the factory jobs were better. Yes, the working conditions might have been bad, but they were worse back on the farm. And they worked harder on the farm. Nobody was forced to leave a farm to go get a job in a factory. They did it because it was better. And all the people that came to America from Europe, right, to work in those factories, they didn't come here from Europe because working in factories was worse than where they were in Europe. Their lot in lives improved, so much so that they invited their friends and family to come join them. So if it was so bad, why didn't they leave? Why did they invite more people to come? So when you're just looking at the difference between the rich and the poor, and you're saying, hey, this is not shared prosperity, you have to appreciate that the so-called poor are much richer than they were before the capitalism. And of course, it took more time to really build up a wealthier middle class. But all of that was the result of American capitalism and the real golden age, which was before the income tax, before the Federal Reserve. We are not embarking on another golden age. We're not going to get rid of the income tax. We're not going to get rid of Social Security and Medicare and Obamacare and all these rules and regulations that have been layered onto the economy for the 100 years since we got out of that period. So no, I mean, this is all marketing. This is like, Trump steaks is what's going on, trying to say this is a new golden age of America. It's just a bunch of nonsense. I mean, we're still heading for an economic crisis, and so far nothing that's been proposed is going to change that. But among the executive orders that Trump gave, I mean, one, he talked about inflation, and he said that we've had all this inflation, and it's been caused by an increase in spending and rising energy costs, he said. And he's going to attack inflation by drill, baby, drill, and getting more energy. Well, we didn't have inflation because of rising energy. In fact, energy has been a relative bargain. Other prices have gone up a lot more than energy, but it's inflation that caused energy prices and other prices to rise. It's not the other way around. And it's not just the government spending, it's all the Fed money printing. And that went on during Trump's term, and it continued under Biden's term, and it's going to resume in Trump's second term. So even though he's talking about this war on inflation, inflation is going to win. He did lift the ban on LNG exports, which Biden signed. Apparently, people said that he didn't even understand it when he signed it. He didn't even know what he was signing, which even questions the legality of an incompetent president signing executive orders that he doesn't even read. But it's a good thing that they reversed it, but it does mean higher natural gas prices, because one of the reasons that I think the Biden administration wanted to prevent us from exporting our natural gas is to keep more of it here. And that would, reduce the price because we'd have greater supply. But if we're allowed to export that supply to Europe, then that's less domestic supply. And that means higher prices. Not that I'm against it. I'm for free markets. But that was part of maybe Biden's attempt to artificially suppress energy prices here by preventing us from exporting what we could have exported, which would have somewhat reduced our trade deficits. Now, Donald Trump also announced a hiring freeze and a regulation freeze.
What do you think of today's episode? Do you agree with Peter Schiff's latest hot takes? And what about the Donald Trump meme coin? Have you bought into the hype, or do you think it's just a big joke? I'd love to hear your honest opinion about the whole situation. Is this just another meme-fueled moment, or is there something bigger at play? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you don't want to rely on market commentators, head over to goldsilverstacks.com and grab your Stacker's Handbook Guide. It's designed to show you exactly what to do and how to maximize your gold and silver ounces without having to depend on anyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart, and keep stacking.